What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I just watched Tom Holland's and Mark Wahlberg's Uncharted, so let's go ahead and review this movie. First thing I want to say, I never really played the Uncharted games, but we're not talking about the games here, we're talking about the movie. So after watching this movie, it was a fun movie to watch. I feel like with this movie, you could be like, hey, let's have a family movie night and watch Uncharted. Before I continue, I want to say, when I rate these movies from 1 to 10 and talk about them, sometimes you guys might agree on what I say about the movie or disagree, but remember, it's my opinion, everybody has opinions. But let's continue talking about the movie. I enjoyed watching this movie, and I was seeing Tom Holland. The first thing that kept popping up in my head is that he plays the role of Spider-Man. So every time I see him, so I'm like, oh, there's Spider-Man. Oh, is he gonna start swinging? There was a scene in this movie where Nathan and Sullivan were at an auction, and then at one point Tom Holland's character Nathan starts to swing on some lights like Spider-Man. So again in my head I'm like, this is Spider-Man right here. So imagine this was before he got bitten by the spider, changed his name to Peter Parker, and became Spider-Man. That would be very interesting. Yeah, very interesting. But let me stop right now. I'm talking about Spider-Man. I'm supposed to be talking about Uncharted, not Spider-Man. So let me stop talking about Spider-Man. One of my favorite parts in this movie was when Nathan and Sullivan met up with this woman. To be honest, I don't remember her name. But then Nathan starts chasing her. But what I liked about that was the parkour that he was doing. I thought that was cool. After Nathan was done chasing her, all three of them started working together. But they could not trust each other. All of them got trust issues. So I tried to find out what the woman's name was. So I went into the cast of Uncharted. And it literally said that her name was Spanish Woman. So then I looked up the game so I could find out what the character's name was. And it said Chloe Fraser. And if her name's not Chloe, then you guys can roast me in the comments. But remember, I never really played the Uncharted games. So Nathan, Sullivan, and Chloe find the map. So when Nathan picks up the map, Chloe goes ahead and hits him with her gun and knocks him out and takes the map. Then Nathan and Sullivan sneak into the plane and they grab the map and try to escape. But then Nathan stays behind and confronts the woman that was in the plane. I don't remember her name. I should have probably searched up the video games and learned the names before I watched this movie. Even though they probably said her name in the movie, I just do not remember. But he confronted her and asked her, did you kill my brother? I think that's what he asked. My memory is not that good. But then his foot gets stuck on a crate and he's in mid-air, jumping from crate to crate, trying to get back into the plane. Then Chloe hits him with the car, but then Chloe and Nathan get on the same crate and then take out the parachute from the crate and they both land in water and then they just stay on the crate. And then they both get a hotel together. And you know what that means? While they're both at the hotel together, Chloe goes to sleep and Nathan is researching, trying to figure out where the treasure could be located. But when I first saw this scene, I was like, there is no way he did all that work and wrote all that stuff down just to place the paper on the table, to then have Chloe see the paper on the table, then take the paper and try to find the treasure. But on that paper, it had a fake location. But the paper that he put down, the real location, was in a bottle. Then Nathan goes to find the treasure. And when he gets to the location, there are 2 pirate ships. And he goes into one of the pirate ships and Sullivan's already there. Then the bad guys show up and use 2 helicopters to carry the pirate ships. And this was my second favorite part of the movie, where they had a fight on a pirate ship, but the pirate ship was not on the water. It was in mid-air, getting held by a helicopter. You don't see that a lot in movies. But one of the helicopters that's holding the other ship gets destroyed. Tom Holland has this fight, defeats all the other bad guys, and then the woman that killed his brother jumps on the ship that he's on. Nathan tries to reach the helicopter. Sully has to make a decision. Either he grabs the gold or he helps Nathan. But then Sully helps Nathan get in the helicopter, and that woman that killed Nathan's brother falls into the water, and then the pirate ship falls on her. I do not think she survived that. But then Sully's a little disappointed he lost his gold, but he didn't know that Nathan saved some gold in his pocket and gave him the gold. Once Nathan gave him that gold, that boy was happy. And that's where the movie ends. I'm gonna be giving and rating this movie an 8. It was a fun and an enjoyable movie to watch. I like the adventure and the action of this movie, so it's not a bad movie. I recommend you guys go watch this movie. Make sure you guys subscribe, like this video, and turn that bell notification on so you guys know when I upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video.